Welcome to my channel. An SUV's size, speed, or luxurious appearance is no longer enough on its own. The market is already saturated with those qualities. The real question is this: how does this vehicle make its owner feel? And is that feeling only experienced behind the wheel, or does it project an authority that's visible the moment it's parked? The 2026 Range Rover Sport SV Edition steps in at exactly this point. This isn't just a yearly update, it's a rewritten manifesto of what an SUV should be. And if you look closely, you'll see that every detail here exists for a reason. The new SV version of the Range Rover Sport makes you pause at first glance, but it doesn't do this with excessive lines or aggressive protrusions. Instead, it does it with the perfection of proportions. The front grille is wider but more horizontal. The headlights are slimmer but sharper. The hood lines resemble the shoulder structure of a Predator. They call this design language restrained aggression because there's no need to shout here. The vehicle is already understood through its stance. 22-inch wheels, standard in black, brake calipers in carbon ceramic. The side profile of the body has an almost coupe-like flow, but notice this flow is achieved without sacrificing interior space, because Range Rover never compromises function for form. The rear bumper conceals the exhaust outlets, because the SV Edition speaks through performance, not noise. The LED taillights leave a curved signature. When you park, people notice, but they don't question, because this vehicle answers the "why is it here" question with its mere presence. When you open the door, the first thing you notice is silence. This isn't just silence from good insulation. This is silence from the perfect harmony of every material, every joint, every air channel. Range Rover designs the cabin like a studio because they know luxury begins with silence. In the front row, semi-aniline leather with open pores. Same in the second row, your seats are 24-way adjustable with massage function and memory. But what's truly important is this: after you sit down, you don't want to change anything because the position is already perfect. In front of you, a curved OLED panel stretches across. The 13.1-inch center screen and 13.7-inch digital instrument cluster appear as a single glass surface, yet each operates independently. The interface is based on the Pivi Pro 2.0 system, meaning no unnecessary menu depth. Every function is accessible within a maximum of 2 touches. The steering wheel is heated, leather wrapped, and every button is exactly where your fingers naturally fall. There's no gear lever, because you control the system with a rotary dial, and this dial rises to chest level when you start the engine. Theatrical? Yes. Unnecessary? No. Because this movement tells you, now we're serious. The roof is panoramic. You can adjust the tone of the glass surface with a touch. The rear seats, in addition to heating and cooling, can recline to an electric lying position. The center console is finished in wood or carbon fiber. Whichever you choose, when you touch it, you feel that it's real. This cabin doesn't tell you something. It makes you feel something, and that feeling is the purest form of the word control. The SV Edition comes with 2 engine options. The first is a 3.0-liter inline 6-mild hybrid, 395 horsepower, 550 newton meters. The second is a 4.4-liter V8 twin turbo, 635 horsepower, 750 newton meters. And yes, these numbers are impressive, but what's truly impressive is how this power is used. When you press the gas pedal, the vehicle doesn't push you back, it carries you forward. The difference is subtle but critical, because this means control remains with you. The transmission is ZF's 8-speed automatic. You don't notice the gear changes, you only feel the acceleration being continuous. The suspension is an active electronic air spring system. It can adjust to road conditions within milliseconds. But the real magic here is that you don't feel whether it's making adjustments or not. The Range Rover Sport gives you the sensation of floating on asphalt, but at the same time, it doesn't lean in corners because body control is at sports sedan level. Drive modes: Eco, Comfort, Dynamic, and Sport SV. Each changes the engine, transmission, suspension, and exhaust sound. But notice, even in Sport SV mode, the interior noise level remains controlled, because Range Rover measures performance through results, not showmanship. All-wheel drive is standard, torque vectoring is standard, active rear differential lock is standard, so this vehicle gives you the same confidence in snow, in wet conditions, in corners, and on straight roads. And braking. braking. Carbon ceramic discs stop from 100 kilometers per hour to 0 in 33 meters. But what's truly important is the feel of the brake pedal, because here, the harder you press, the more precise the response. No guessing, just control. The Range Rover Sport SV doesn't showcase technology, because technology works in the background. You only see the results. The 360-degree camera system is active not just when parking, but also when navigating narrow roads. The ClearSight rearview mirror shows you the rear view despite obstacles inside the vehicle. The adaptive cruise control follows the vehicle ahead, while the lane centering assist gently corrects the steering. But none of them make decisions for you, they just lighten your load. The Meridian sound system, 29 speakers, 1,430 watts. But the real difference is the placement of the speakers, because here, sound doesn't come at you, it surrounds you. And this means studio quality. The head-up display is colored and wide. Speed, navigation, warnings, all right at your eye level. No need to turn your head, because you have direct access to information. And wireless charging front and rear. USB-C, 2 for each seat, because Range Rover thinks as a vehicle for a family, a team, or an executive. The 2025 Range Rover Sport SV Edition isn't for everyone, and this isn't a flaw, it's a choice. This vehicle appeals to people who don't want to attract attention but don't avoid being noticed, to those who don't need power demonstrations, to those who define luxury as comfort, not ostentation, to those who measure performance through precision, not noise. This can be a family vehicle, a business vehicle, an escape vehicle, because the Range Rover Sport SV can adapt to your role, but it never loses its essence. And its essence is this: silent power, visible prestige, and in every moment the feeling that control is yours. This SUV isn't the next generation, this is the next standard.